Boundaries. There are many different types of personal boundaries. Today, I'm going to talk about three different types of personal boundaries. So stay tuned. This is Linda G. Robert. I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach, and I'm here to help you live your best life right now so you can love what you do. So here's an example of a personal boundary. Physical boundary. Physical boundary means like when you don't allow strangers to touch you without your consent, or requesting personal space and maintaining a comfortable distance from others, or maybe establishing limits on physical affection, such as hugging or handshaking. If you're not comfortable with it, that's considered a physical boundary, and it's okay to say no thanks, or to remove yourself or to back up, because that is part of your physical boundaries. Another boundary is mental boundary. And for example, that would be like refusing to engage in debates or discussions that go against your values or beliefs. Engaging in a debate about something that you're against, that's against your values or against your beliefs, and you're refusing to engage in that. You might need to say something like, I'm not going to participate in this debate. That would be an example of setting a boundary, or simply not getting into it, or leaving if people want you to engage in that type of conversation, for example. Setting limits on how much time you spend consuming negative or distressing content. There might be some violent programs, or even programs on the television or movies that are quite violent, quite aggressive, and maybe you don't want to watch those things. Setting limit on how much time you spend. Maybe your boyfriend likes those things, but you don't. You don't need to watch that, and you might notice that you feel uncomfortable. So that would be an example of a mental boundary, when you're setting limits. Oh, maybe you do something else during that time. Protecting your mental well-being by avoiding toxic or draining relationships. And one last one, maintaining boundaries with intrusive or unsolicited advice from others, right? A lot of people, they tend to give advice that you did not ask for. And you could simply say, thanks, but I'm not looking for any advice right now. That's setting a boundary. One last boundary that I'm going to share with you on this video is the social boundaries. Now, what does that mean? Well, for example, choosing the level of intimacy and disclosure in relationships, such as keeping certain aspects of your life private. Our boyfriends, our new friends, whoever they are, they don't need to know our history. We may have a checkered past. We may have things in our past that we're not the most proudest of. We don't need to tell people that. It is really none of their business. So you could choose who you tell what to, or you can choose them to say anything at all. Really, that is part of a boundary, a social boundary. You can also, set limits on the types of conversations or topics that you feel comfortable discussing with others. You can also say no to engagements or events that you don't want to attend. If you're not comfortable going to this activity or going to that event, you can say, no, thanks. I don't want to go. Thanks anyways for the invitation. It's not for me, or I can't attend that type of invitation. So that's an example of a social boundary. All right, this is Linda G. Robert. I am your Back in the Groove Again coach, and I'm here to help you live your best life right now so you can love what you do. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great videos. And if you want more information on my services, please do go to my website at lindagrobert.com. Bye. Take care.